Aloha everybody, John with you, and it's time for part 2. We did part 1 of my sidewalk sale, dollar record sale haul that I went to last weekend. And with cocktail in hand, it is, I don't know why I'm drinking it in this. I actually do have a slew of tiki mugs. I don't know. Anyway, with cocktail in hand, we are going to do the second part. It was pointed out to me that I never did say what it was I was drinking, which is very true. I'm actually just, I hate to disappoint you, but I'm just having Diet Coke and vodka because as much as I love all these fruity tiki drinks, because I do love them, I am diabetic, so I really can't drink that stuff. Yeah, so I just go for kind of the simple, like Diet Coke and something, or club soda, or sometimes tonic, and whatever it is, vodka, gin, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's continue with part 2. Now, actually, the first record I'm going to show you did not come from the sidewalk sale, but it was only $1, even though the price tag on it is higher. I did get this at Savers, which lately has been getting some records in, not a lot, but some. And I picked up this one, which is a British album from 1967. It was also $1. Golden Guitar by the Royal Guitar Ensemble. I mean, if it's from England, it has to be royal, right? And I love how she's sort of gazing up into the letters. Golden Guitar. Get some light out of here. I never have figured out quite how to use these circular light things. So, you know, these are all from my radio station, Moody Mood Music, and the reason being that I just get, the whole idea is that they're cheap records. They're from dollar bands or something close to $1, so nothing really costs any money. So you're just kind of going, let's just try it out. Well, these guys I know, and if you have listened to any lounge music from the past, I'm sure that you are familiar with these two, Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet. I didn't have this one at the movies. You gotta love these guys. If you don't love these guys, something's wrong with you. Or I don't know. She has such a great clear voice. He's like such a swinging voice. They're just great. I love them. We'll find out as sure as we live. My first introduction to Steve and Edie actually was when I was a little kid living in upstate New York, and my they gave it to me, but my parents got one of those Goodyear Christmas albums that they put like 20-something volumes out of. And I had the one that had Steve and Edie singing Let It Snow on it. And even as a little kid, I thought, these guys are groovy, man. I am loving these guys. Now, this one I got just, I was curious. I don't know. It's a gatefold. It says here the Ingman, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing some of these. The Ingman guitar plays movie themes. The unique sound of Denmark's guitar stylist, Jorgen Ingman. Just thought I have to try it and see if it's so unique. And the truth is, while it's lovely music, I don't think it's particularly unique, do you? I mean, but it's very nice. Very format. I have something from them, these guys here, and they had a couple records by them, but I just only picked out the one because I didn't want to go, you know, crazy. The Howard Roberts Quartet. This album is Out of Sight. She's pretty out of sight. It's just, you know, it's sort of polite cocktail jazz, but a little groovier. I don't know. I like it. Maybe I should have gotten the other ones. I don't know. High winding trombones. Well, this one was pretty much what you would expect. Dance to the city beat. These are all sort of like big band dance numbers featuring a lot of trombones. All right, now I was kind of surprised to actually see this next one in a dollar record bin. I did not have anything from him, a German artist, I believe. Heard about him, heard some things from him, and I was expecting to have him to just, he has this strange voice, but I was expecting it to be really strange. And I was not expecting to like it, but I got it just to get it. But the truth is, there actually are quite a few songs on here that I sort of like. It's actually kind of prettier than what I thought it was going to be. This is Heino, Great Hits number 6. Again, really surprised to see this in a dollar bin, because I know this guy has his fans or detractors or one and the same.
Vergessen, sei dem Märchen nicht vergessen, woran sie gedacht.
It's a little bit scratched up. There's a couple of songs that aren't too in great condition on it, but overall it's definitely salvageable for $1. Here's one I was really excited to see. I love the previous stuff I've heard from them. The new Swingle Singers. Are you familiar with them? They're usually known for doing, they do like sort of jazz-like interpretations of classical music and other songs, but wordless chorus where they're all kind of going doobie 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 ah doobie doobie doo. Love them. Slightly disappointed. I don't know, really disappointed, but yeah, slightly disappointed in that some of these songs are not wordless. It is them singing the lyrics, which is kind of a departure from what they usually did. But I mean, these are the new Swingle Singers, so I guess we'll give them some, a little leeway. I don't have it, but I want to get it cheaply. I want to find it in a dollar bin or something one day. There is at least one budget label imitation on Winecoat Records of the Swingle Singers, because they were rather popular in their day, and it's called the Single Swingers, which is great because that's probably what half of the people said anyway when they tried to say Swingle Singers. So I bet tons of people bought that budget label, the Single Swingers, and played it for years, and never knew it wasn't those guys, Swingle Singers. This record I had a long time ago, and I don't know what I did with it. But I didn't have it now, and the minute I saw it, somehow I've never forgotten it. I knew I had to get it. I love this record. This is Sarah Vaughan, who I love, but this record, I don't know if this is popular amongst her fans. It's probably not, which is why it was in the dollar record bin, but it's sort of later, the new scene, and she does all these new songs. What Now My Love, and Dominique's Discotheque, which is just great. 1, 2, 3, love this record.
I didn't know. Hop aboard my motorbike.
Yeah, we're definitely putting some of this on Moody Mood music, I can guarantee you.
Hello, I am a disembodied, floating head, and I am here to invite you to Moody Mood Music, a most lovely, easy listening radio station compiled of selections from vinyl recordings from dollar record bins all over the land. Whilst listening to Moody Mood music, I shall float around your room to give an ambiance of comfort. That's Moody Mood music. The link is in the description below. Hopefully, I'll be seeing you.
We're back. I hope that doesn't give you nightmares, but I just couldn't resist it. Okay, well, Ray Conniff up next. I honestly couldn't remember whether I had this one or not because I have a lot of Ray Conniff because I want to have every Ray Conniff album, and there are 600 million, because I don't know if you're familiar with him or not. Are you? He is the quintessential sound, I think, of easy listening music as far as the vocal side of it goes. His chorus, yeah, iconic and almost instantaneously recognizable. Usually, if you're familiar with them, as soon as you hear the first couple lines of a song, you're like, oh, that is Ray Conniff. I saw something about Ray Conniff in a video. I was looking for the year on this. It's so faintly printed, really, 1977. There was a video about easy listening music that was in, like, I can't remember, 4 or 5 parts or something. I think it was a British thing. Saw it on YouTube, must still be there. And part of it was about Ray Conniff and showed Ray Conniff and talked with some of the Ray Conniff singers. Very interesting that how tightly these songs were arranged. And you would think, listening to it, there was a full chorus, but there really were only like 5 or 6 singers. And he was so precise with them about the enunciation and exactly the syncopation and exactly when they were going to hit certain things. And the singers had said they would often like retake little parts of a song over and over and over again, like 20 times until they got it just the way he wanted it. And, you know, he developed an iconic sound that really can't be imitated. It's, you hear people doing other choruses and they're great, but nobody did what Ray Conniff did, really. Truth hurts. Okay, Mongo Santa Maria, Mr. Watermelon Man and La Bamba. I think you get the idea from this cover. What's going on here? This is basically, and it was what I thought it was going to be, basically sort of like big band music, but very kind of funky and more, a little more jazzy and modern, but still within the realm of, I think, what you would do on easy listening or a mood music station. Kind of groovy, but not so far out that it's gonna like disturb your sensibilities while you're making your Jell-O salad. Here's one. Now this one, I have to say, Sam the Man Taylor. I have a million jazz CDs. I've worked at coffee shops for years and years, and many of the coffee shops I worked at had their own music systems, and maybe I'll let you kind of play what you wanted to play if theirs was very limited, which several of them were. And I amassed during that time period millions of jazz CDs, well, literally hundreds, because I love jazz and I love to play jazz in a coffee shop at work. It's just like, seems the appropriate music. So this guy I had heard of and had some stuff from him, Sam the Man Taylor, but I didn't have any vinyl, and I was kind of not aware of this phase of his career that much, but they had 3 or 4 albums there, at this dollar sidewalk sale by him, all with blue in the title. And I just got one, and I'm kind of kicking myself thinking I probably should have got all of them, but I just wasn't sure how jazzy it was going to be, whether it was just going to be too jazzy for mood music. It's a Blue World, Sam the Man Taylor, tenor sax, orchestra, and chorus. But it's beautiful, and it's completely within the realm of an easy listening station, and apparently he did several albums like these, so if I see them again, I guess I'll be getting them, right? But lovely cover, and all the covers were blue, and all with blue in the title. Really funny. Finally, well, this one I couldn't pass it up. You know, some of it might be a little bit too out there for mood music, but Living Stereo, this whole Dynagroove, the Magnificent New Sounds series. Supercussion, Dick Shorey's Percussion Pops Orchestra. I don't know about you, but this seems like an awful waste of space. Like, I don't know why why didn't they make this bigger, or put something else here, or I don't quite get the design concept. But I know some of them were like this. These Dynagroove things, I've seen several that, yeah, they put it was a thing, I guess, the element design elements down here, and then it's just blank. So I just need to show you that, really. But this is pretty cool stuff. You know, I love these percussion records. They're just awesome. When stereo was kind of a new thing, and all the labels were doing their, you know, ping pong percussion, this and that, and every kind of music you can imagine, banjos and marching bands, and of course Hawaiian records and African records and everything in ping pong percussion. I think that's where Enoch Light really, you know, came into the forefront. Anyway, that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Please leave any comments below. And if you're new, welcome. And I'm glad everybody's enjoying these, you know, easy listening record things. I was kind of doing these for the heck of it, because I figured like no one was really going to watch them. Really, it was just for me. But yeah, turns out there are people watching. Who knew? I mean, go figure. Anyway, I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I enjoy doing it. So we'll talk to you in the next video, okay? And hopefully we'll see you on Moody Mood Music, and there'll be lovely floating heads in the atmosphere.